Well, after a fair bit of convincing and deciding that I'd rather do this than wait a couple years and maybe sell this box, I've decided I'm just going to open my last Double Masters 2022 booster box. There you go. No going back. As of yet, this is probably the most fun set that I've opened, with the original Double Masters being a very close second, seeing as it was the first set that I really opened a lot of after getting into the game around Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. There you go. And as usual, box, 24 booster packs, fun little art of Mimeoplasm and Jesting, a bunch of the creatures and artifacts from this set. Let's get started and see what we get. Of course, as usual, we're going to have our double-sided tokens and our Cryptic Spires, Bear and Scion, some Spires, Breakthrough, Severed Strands, Marchesa, not a bad one, Disciple of the Ring, then we've got a Hellhound, a Basilica, an Eternal Witness. I know I've got somebody looking for one of those. Kasmina's Transmutation, Shaman, Alchemy, Unearth's another nice one. And Splicer, Rhino, not bad. A triple borderless pack. What's the next? It's fairly obvious. The big cards that everyone's still going for are the Dockside Extortionist, Mana Drain, Mana Vault, Cavern of Souls, of course that Imperial Seal that's crazy right now on the market, Agony Warp, and a Ground Assault. Ooh, Supreme Verdict, that's a nice one right there. Talrand, and I know somebody else is looking for one of those too. Pillage is one of the better commons from this set. Pretty sure Monastery Swiftspear is still the best one to get. No, I love these Japanese-made products, but man, friggin' bulletproof. Just like those collector boosters. Saproling Vampire, Spires, got a Rider, Stitchwing, ooh, Borderless Pithing Needle, not bad, and Zur. See if we got anything else too crazy. I think I see a Borderless card around there. And yeah, we got ourselves a Thought Scour. And Pride Mage is alright. Although, of course, seeing as it has a borderless version, that's the one that I'm sure most people will pick up if they're about the same price. There you go. That was a good one. Zombie, Knight, Spires, Borderless Unearth, Grapple, our first Mythic, Master of Cruelties. Now imagine if this was in ninjutsu colors, is what I was telling somebody a couple days ago. Just swinging in, oh, all of a sudden, guess what? You're at 1 life. Although, in Rakdos, a lot of stuff is just going to do that 1 damage a turn, so if a Master of Cruelties does get through, yeah, that's pretty much it. And a Planar Bridge. I know that's going into a color stack I'm building. Spawning, Doom, and Boilerworks. Let's see if we got anything in our commons. And nothing too fancy there. Lava Coil's alright in draft. Yeah. So, Elemental Phyrexian, Spires, the Basilica, Spawning. Ooh, Kolaghan's Command. That's alright. And Abzan Ascendancy. Scab Clan Giant, Terminate, and Unburial Rites. And see if we got anything else. Coiling's alright. We got a Boar and Treasure. Oh, see something peeking out through the bottom. Cryptic Spires. Dragon Lord Dramoka foil borderless. That is pretty nice. Not in colors that I play, but geez, I might just build around that. Set that aside. Thrive. Of course, we got Dramoka's Command. Nice pair. And a Thrumming Stone. I remember picking one of these up maybe a month before it leaked that it was going to be in this set. I was a little bit frustrated, not going to lie. But I'm happy that more people are going to have access to it for all those decks that play about 1 million copies of the same creature. You know, Relentless Rats, Persistent Petitioners, which is what I play it in, and of course Shadowborn Apostle, which is reprinted in this. Muldrifter's fun. We got another borderless, a Seeker of the Way, looking for that Monastery Mentor. And let's keep going. Bear and Scion, Spires. We got a Gargoyle, Gorgile, Bloodflow Connoisseur. All right, that's a big one. And unfortunately for anybody looking for one, not going into the trade binder, going right into my decks. Jodah, all right. Banneret, Charm, and that Wall of Omens. And there you go, there's one of those apostles I was talking about. Those went way down, but I don't feel as though they're going to stay that way for long. Seeing as, of course, if you're building a deck with them, you're going to be running, what, 30 of them? So, no matter what, I don't feel that they're going to stay under a buck for too long if they're even still that much. We got Drake, Angel, Spires, we got an Altasaur, and Fireblade Artist. Alright, another borderless rare, Supreme Verdict. Just nuke everything. And a Creekwood Leech. Dragon Arch. Travel Prep. Nice, borderless Flicker Wisp. And pop those. Pile. And there you go, Swiftspear. I believe the borderless one and the borderless foil, of course, are the most expensive commons in this set, seeing as they are still a staple, and the fact that they've been downgraded to common means a whole new format's opened up to them. Come on. There. Zombie Knight. Got some Spires. Conclave Mentor, Alchemy, Mizzix. I didn't even realize he was in this set. Pretty fun for a spell slinger, I guess. I'm thinking he was. I know Daretti, the Iconoclast, the Rakdos one, was in a commander deck, I believe, or he was in Conspiracy. Can't remember if this guy was in a commander deck or not. It feels like a commander card for sure, though. Oh, yeah, he's got experience. He was for sure in one of those. Set Mizzix aside, seeing as he is a mythic. Yeah, but do believe that most of those... Oh, Blood Artist. A lot of those were reprinted for this set. I know we got Karagor, the deer ghost guy. He got reprinted. And we also got Azuri. I know he was a commander from one of the precons a couple years ago. Though I don't remember who else. I guess there's a couple of them. Karador, yeah, that was his name. And Aminatu. Aminatu was a commander card. Egg. Monk. Not too different. We got a Riftbolt. Lily's Elite. Ooh. Hellkite Overlord. Not bad. I feel like that's one of those cards that would have normally been downgraded to rare. Although, ain't too bad at Mythic. Then we got another Liege, Mercfiend, Inquisition. So, throw is so good in draft. So far, I think we're sitting at 4 mythics. If my count's right. Soldier, Rogue, Cryptic Spires, Foil Borderless, Boros Garrison, Stormfleet Pyromancer, Leviathan, and Obnixilis. Obviously not as good as the new one. Growth Chamber's alright. A lot of people hating on this art, but you know what? I kind of like it. Stupid little pull tab. And even if you pull that, you gotta like wriggle it down the side. It's got a Rogue, Soldier, more Spires of course, Emissary, Coil, another Liege, an Angel. Ain't bad. Flicker Wisp type effect. Tell we got another Borderless around there. We got an Oracle. I'm not keeping too well track of it. I think we're about maybe halfway into the box, not quite sure. The Drake. Angel. Spires. We got another Mauler. Captain. Alright, an Orchard. That's a pretty good hit. Karavek. I feel like this guy's been printed about 1,000,000 times. Got Pontiff. Spinner. Domestication. Go through our commons. Augur's a nice pull. Right, we got a Boar, Treasure, Spires, Amulet, and Blink. Got an Arbiter, a Greater Gargadon. What else we got? Bear Companion that you got that bear token with, and a Brindleshout. zombie. The knight on the other side. Those same spires. We got some growth and a snipe. Necrotic Ooze. It's a real build-around type card. And a Teneb. And Troll, Adept, good old Lightning Bolt. No borderless one so far, maybe later. Right. And if my count's right, we are down to the last 10 packs, something like that. Elemental, Phyrexian Golem. Looking forward to the new Phyrexian stuff in the next set. Although the new Shieldred, if the leaks are true, I don't know if I'm digging it. It's not as much as a big swing as the original one, which, you know, I get it. The other one was pretty devastating, although you compensate for it with the cost. But the fact that this one's a hard once per turn on both of its effects, I'm not sure if I'm digging it. You got that Hoopo, and a Rejuvenator, Privileged Position, and there you go, another one of our big hits. I know we got somebody who's going to be watching this who's very much going to be looking for one of these. I'm sure he'll be in touch very shortly after watching this. And Breakthrough, Guildmage, Carnarium. And that's weird. For some reason, I had always thought that if there was mythics in the pack, they would always go on top of the rare, not underneath it. Although I guess it can go either way, especially since you can double up or even quad up in theory. Although I haven't seen a quad pack. I'm sure the odds are just infinitesimally small, seeing as the pool of mythics is not huge for this. Don't get me wrong, it's big. It's pretty big. But it's nothing too wild. And we got a Saproling, Vampire, more Spires, Seeker, and Anointer. We got an Atarka's Command this time. I think we got most of the commands. And a Mind Rack Liege. I think that's also most of the lieges down, or at least half of them. I know there's 10, one for every pair. Myth Realized, Bounty of the Luxa, and a Skin Render. See if we got any borderless commons. Not quite. And we got that middle pile in the box cleaned out. See what we got. Boar, Treasure, Spires. That's another nice one. A nice foil top. Although if I do have foils, I am going to be using my borderless foil ones if I can't get the regular borderless ones. I know. Set that aside. We got an Izzet Charm. 1000-Year Storm. Was pretty good, still pretty good. Although price went way down, seeing as it's now a rare, no longer a mythic. Guided Passage. Upgrades. Nice borderless turf. This has been a real nice pack. And a Prophetic Bolt. And let's see what else we got. A nice little Swift Spear. I'll put that with my Apostle over here. Let's keep going. Right. Got a Spider. And a Monk. More Spiders. I'm just going to keep mentioning this every single time. I'm going to pretend like I didn't know there was going to be one. A Flicker Wisp. Gambit. Alright, another mythic. Monastery Mentor. I can see this being good, especially in a lot of the mono-white enchantment decks. I'm sure this is going to be quite nice. And Hardened Scales, that's a pretty good rare. And of course, we got those same scales right there. I'm If the hat wasn't different, I'd swear it was the same guy. And a Hoopo, and we got a Chancery. Another borderless tap land. Bounce land, sorry. And we got a Mauler, Amulet, Umbra, Pierce, Unearth. We got some of that Rampant Growth. And I feel like in a lot of the packs that I'm getting Mythics, I'm also getting a lot of borderless cards. I feel like the packs are heavily skewed that you're either going to get, you know, a super bomb out pack, or you're going to be swinging real low. I think that's why I haven't opened so many collector packs, because it feels like you're just doing consistently that much better. We got Bear, Scion, oh, look at that, some Spires. We got ourselves a Path to Exile. I think it's our first one from this box. And Legionnaire, Damnation. It's another one I need an extra copy of. Although I have not opened a borderless one yet. And we got Arjun, Shifting Flame, Stagger Shock, some Rancor, and a Basilica. And we got that Pillage again. Another Boar, Treasure, and more Spires. Nice foil Spree, a Seeker, Dax Duplicate. I'm pretty sure he's making Grenzo in this. And a Splinter Fright, Scion, Jeskai, and another Flicker Wisp. And nothing too fancy. And we got a Saproling, Vampire, Cryptic Spires, got some of those Vampiric Rites, and a Pirate's Pillage. Alright, a Crucible. Time to put it on the stack. I'm thinking this is maybe my 5th one, or my 6th one. I'm collecting them. And an Amalgam, Gargoyle, Helix, and Rites. Last Breath, Entity, Aethersnipe, Eyeblight, Censor, Krosa, and there's that Pride Mage I was talking about. That, you know, kind of looking like that Jesus Allegory Lion from Narnia. Elemental, Phyrexian Golem, Spires, Charm, Einok Bondkin, and we got another Liege, and a Death Mantle, Symbiont, Marauder. Oh, know somebody else looking for one of those. And another Apostle. No, rares weren't too big in this pack, but some pretty decent commons and uncommons. And down to our last pack. You know what? I think it's been a pretty good one. Egg, Spirit, more of those Spires. Alright, foil rare. We got Judith, set her aside, and a Web Weaver, Drogskol Reaver, and Rafik. So, Myth, Reinforcements, Mentor, and a couple more. Let's see what we got. Alright. So out of the bigger things we got here, set those out. Some of the nicer ones we got were definitely the Crucible, the Damnation, that foil top, definitely a nice one, and that Supreme Verdict. Phyrexian Altar, which is of course going straight into one of my decks. Supreme Verdict. That really nice foil borderless Dromoka right there. Probably just going right into the trade binder. Monastery Mentor, which I probably would be playing if I didn't have an etched one already. And we got that Dockside, of course. Knows exactly who it's going to. That Hellkite Overlord, that wasn't too sure. It's, you know, I won't complain that I got a Mythic. If it is taking up a Mythic slot over something like a Seal, then I'd complain, but hey, who knows. And we got Mizzix and a Master of Cruelty. So overall, let me count up my Mythics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, 7, as far as I know, is not bad. Usually you're hitting 6 to 8 is what I've been told, so I guess we're hitting right about the average. Overall, not a bad box. Glad I opened it. It was a nice, fun opening.